thinking I'm dead. That's what I thought, I'm dead. Because I thought it was gonna land on me.
Feel the refreshing breeze and the sun's warmth, the essence of the beach. But, in this compilation, your serene vacation takes an unexpected twist. I've gathered an astonishing selection of 15 jaw-dropping beach incidents, all captured on camera. These moments are so unbelievable that you'll have to see them to believe them. In late July 2023, an unusual phenomenon captivated the southern beaches of San Diego, California. This coastal stretch witnessed a remarkable invasion of small red pelagic crabs. Countless online videos showcased the mesmerizing sight of these tiny crustaceans blanketing the entire shoreline. Typically measuring between 2.5 to 7.5 centimeters in size, these crabs usually call the Mexican Baja Peninsula home. However, occasional shifts in warmer ocean currents can propel them farther northward. Scientists have diligently endeavored to unravel the mystery behind California's inundation by these crabs. Their consensus attributes such massive gatherings of arthropods to the influx of warm water. In 2022, a substantial warm water basin emerged in the Pacific Ocean, extending from Mexico to Canada. Although scientists are tirelessly working to comprehend this phenomenon, their efforts have so far yielded limited success. This occurrence mirrors previous crab incursions of the same species in 1997 and 2002, all linked to warm water inflows. While the spectacle may tempt some to gather kilograms of these little arthropods for a seafood feast, scientists caution against consuming them due to potential toxins harmful to humans. Picture yourself peacefully basking in the sun on a tranquil beach, savoring the sunny weather. Then, right before your eyes, an actual police pursuit of a criminal unfolds. This surreal scenario became a reality for a drone owner who chose to document the incident from a bird's-eye perspective. In the footage, a man can be seen evading the police through the water, desperately hoping to elude their grasp. Initially, he appears to be doing a commendable job, but eventually, fatigue takes its toll, leading to his apprehension. This captivating event transpired on Venice Beach in Los Angeles. The police had been chasing the criminal, who had committed a burglary, for a harrowing half hour. They even pursued him in vehicles but were unable to catch the nimble fugitive. He eventually reached the beach and continued his watery escape towards the Santa Monica Pier. But his stamina proved finite, and a clumsy fall led to his ultimate arrest. Remarkably, another similar incident unfolded on the same beach. Once more, a vacationer captured footage of lawbreakers being apprehended. A group of young people had indulged excessively in alcohol and decided to harass others, even attempting to wield beach umbrellas as weapons. Fortunately, the timely arrival of the police averted a physical altercation. In one of the books of the Old Testament, the story of the prophet Jonah being swallowed by a whale and residing in its belly for 3 days and 3 nights is recounted. Julie McSorley and Liz Cottriell, 2 American women, almost turned this biblical tale into reality, and if it hadn't been captured by a drone, it would have been hard to believe. In the San Luis Passage along the Pacific coast, humpback whales are a common sight in the early morning. These adventurous women decided to get a closer look at how these majestic marine creatures feed. However, they paddled a bit too close to a school of fish, which was swiftly followed by a whale. In the footage, you can witness the colossal animal emerging from the water and seemingly lunging at their boat, threatening to engulf them. It appeared as though they, along with their kayak and the fish, were about to be swallowed. But this story has a fortunate conclusion. In subsequent interviews, the women explained that they suddenly found themselves amidst a school of fish with the whale in pursuit. They desperately tried to paddle away, but it was too late. While they never fully comprehended what transpired next, the crucial point is that they survived. Rescuers arrived promptly to assist them out of the water, and fortunately, the Americans emerged from the ordeal unharmed. Now, they certainly have an extraordinary story to share with their grandchildren. At times, beachgoers are fortunate enough to come across fascinating and even rare underwater creatures like enormous turtles. Naturally, tourists are eager to capture photographs of these giants in action. On a secluded beach, several vacationers were in luck as they encountered a massive leatherback turtle measuring over 2 meters in length. As the tourists attempted to document this awe-inspiring reptile, it leisurely made its way toward the water. Occasionally, large turtles wash up on the shore after passing away. In the case of this female leatherback turtle, her long life had come to an end due to old age. Special equipment was needed to carefully remove her from the beach. In rare instances, tourists may stumble upon giant turtles that have accidentally flipped onto their backs. For instance, a British veterinarian once witnessed such a predicament. Unable to assist the massive turtle, weighing over 900 kilograms, on her own, she sought help from a wildlife reserve. Upon examination, it was discovered that the reptile was also injured. Veterinarians provided the necessary first aid and subsequently released it back into the wild, ensuring a second chance at life for this remarkable creature. Many tourists embark on open ocean excursions to witness a truly mesmerizing spectacle, the incredible breaches of humpback whales. Thanks to videos capturing these awe-inspiring moments, you can virtually experience the breathtaking sight of a 13-meter-long whale, weighing around 30 tons, leaping out of the water, and crashing back down with a resounding splash. Humpback whales are renowned for being the most playful and lively among baleen whales. They take immense pleasure in slapping the water surface with their pectoral fins, creating a frothy foam around them. Additionally, they engage in energetic activities like rolling from their belly to their back and vice versa. However, their favorite pastime is breaching, wherein they soar out of the water in a vertical position, hoisting about 90% of their massive bodies into the air before their spectacular descent. Despite the energy expended in such acrobatics, humpback whales are considered among the slowest movers in their kin, with an average migration speed of 8 to 10 kilometers per hour. The exact reason for these breaches remains a mystery to scientists, but various explanations have been proposed. Some suggest that it's a form of play, a means to rid themselves of parasites, or even a mode of communication among whales. The splash generated by the breach emits sound waves that travel a significant distance, alerting other individuals to the presence of their kin. Since 2016, the east coast of America has witnessed an alarming phenomenon, an increasing number of stranded whales. Over 7 years, 101 dead whales have been discovered, causing concern at the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, NOAA, due to its potentially catastrophic impact on whale populations. Scientists have initiated investigations to uncover the reasons behind these tragic deaths. One theory proposed that wind farms might be harming the whales. These generators emit infrasound noise, which could disorient whales that rely on high-frequency sounds for communication, potentially leading to strandings. However, this theory remains unproven. Examination of the deceased whales revealed that 40 of them suffered various injuries, including ship collisions and entanglement in fishing nets. The surge in the whale population in a bay prompted young whales to migrate to the Atlantic coast, where they frequently encountered ships, increasing their risk of fatal injuries. While oil is commonly associated with ocean pollution, it accounts for just 12% of marine pollution. The primary culprit is plastic waste, with experts estimating over 5 trillion tons of plastic in the world's oceans, of which only 269,000 tons float on the surface or wash up on coastlines. The Pacific Ocean, between California and the Hawaiian Islands, houses a massive garbage patch, covering nearly 1.5 million square kilometers, posing a severe threat to ocean life. Plastic particles resembling jellyfish are ingested by predatory fish, and birds often consume bottle caps and rings, feeding them inadvertently to their chicks, resulting in harm and death. Industrial carbon compounds also pollute the ocean due to enterprises neglecting waste pre-treatment costs. Certain beaches, like Bana in Goa and Bay of Haina in the Dominican Republic, are overwhelmed by trash. Although dedicated volunteers attempt to clean these beaches, it often seems futile, as irresponsible individuals continue to litter. Human waste takes centuries to decompose, with aluminum requiring about 200 years, styrofoam at least 80 years, and plastic over 400 years. The solution to this severe pollution crisis lies in responsible trash disposal at designated locations. The recorder of this video inadvertently captured both impressive and unsettling footage, showcasing a fully armed army's arrival at one of Mexico's coastal beaches. The site featured a substantial contingent of soldiers, tanks, and military ships, creating an ambience reminiscent of an impending war. However, in reality, no military conflict ensued. The soldiers and military equipment were merely following orders from the Mexican government. In the spring of 2023, the popular tourist beaches of Acapulco and Cancun witnessed a tragic incident in which 8 people lost their lives. In response, authorities prioritized the safety of vacationers, prompting the deployment of approximately 8,000 soldiers from the Naval National Guard to the coastal cities across the country. The video's author managed to capture the moment when these troops commenced their patrols, resulting in breathtaking and captivating footage that provides a glimpse into the extraordinary measures taken to safeguard the well-being of beachgoers. The creator of this video captured one of the most heartwarming moments in this compilation. Ernest and Viatia Godek decided to spend a beautiful September day on their fishing boat, venturing far from the shore in Pedder Bay. As they enjoyed their outing, they were surprised to encounter a pod of orcas. Their adventure took an unexpected turn when something struck the bottom of their boat, causing alarm. Although they were experienced in fishing in this area, such an incident had never occurred before. The orcas were approaching, and suddenly, a creature leaped out of the water and onto their boat. At first, the couple thought it was an orca, but to their surprise, their uninvited guest turned out to be a sea lion. Apparently, the sea lion was frightened by the approaching orcas and sought refuge with the humans as a means of safety. Despite the cute and endearing footage, the couple was understandably apprehensive, especially given the size of their small boat. They feared that if one more sea lion jumped on board, the vessel might not hold up. After some time, they realized they were safe. Furthermore, their presence in the bay likely saved the sea lion's life. The couple offered some of the fish they had caught, and the sea lion eventually left the boat. This unusual story had a happy ending, highlighting the unpredictability and wonders of nature. On March 11, 2011, off the eastern coast of Honshu Island, Japan, the most powerful earthquake in the nation's history struck with a magnitude estimated at 9 on the Richter scale. The earthquake's epicenter lay in the Japan Trench, and its aftermath led to a devastating tsunami that impacted numerous Pacific coastal countries. However, Japan bore the brunt of the catastrophe. The tsunami hit Japanese cities abruptly, leaving residents with virtually no time to evacuate. Minami Sanriku, Rikuzen Takata, Sendai, and Yamada were among the hardest hit areas, with waves reaching up to 10 meters, obliterating everything in their path. Escape from such a disaster was nearly impossible. The shocking devastation that followed the earthquake is captured in witness footage. However, the tragedy for Japan didn't end there. The tsunami triggered a catastrophic nuclear disaster. Despite the automatic safety systems at the Fukushima 1 nuclear power plant shutting down the reactors and initiating emergency cooling, the massive wave breached protective barriers, flooding basement areas and damaging cooling systems. This resulted in reactor damage and the release of radioactive substances. Japanese authorities worked tirelessly to stabilize the situation, but it will take 30 to 40 years to fully mitigate the consequences of the nuclear accident. In total, more than 19,000 people lost their lives as a result of the earthquake, with about 2,500 still listed as missing. This tragedy stands as one of the world's largest and most devastating disasters. In 2015, a remarkable discovery was made when the oldest message in a bottle was found, with a note that had been written over 106 years ago. This extraordinary find was made by a German woman named Marianne Winkler while she was strolling on the island of Amrum. Initially, Marianne thought the message held no significant value and might have been recently written, but she decided to take it home with her. Upon closer inspection, her husband discovered a piece of paper inside the bottle with text written in 3 languages: German, Danish, and English. On the back of the paper was a unique questionnaire, instructing the finder to complete it and send it to the Marinebiological Association in Plymouth. The note also mentioned that whoever returned the message would receive a shilling. The couple filled out the questionnaire and sent the note to Plymouth, where it was confirmed that the message had been cast into the sea by the British scientist George Parker Bidder at the end of 1906. Along with this bottle, many others had been released into the sea as part of a study on ocean currents. However, scientists never anticipated that some of these messages would travel for over a century before being discovered. The Marine Biological Association verified the authenticity of the note, and the find was officially recognized by the Guinness World Records as the oldest message in the world. As promised in the note, the German couple received their shilling. The ocean conceals a multitude of fish that are exceedingly difficult to encounter. Along the coast, the individual behind this video was fortunate to come across an exceptionally rare oarfish. A New Zealander was fishing near Otago Harbour in Aramoana when he noticed an unfamiliar, flat, silvery fish measuring over 3.5 meters in length. The man recorded a video of his discovery and subsequently contacted the New Zealand Nature Conservation Service. A staff member named David Agnew mentioned that in his 20 years of work, he had never encountered an oarfish. This marked the first recorded sighting of this species in New Zealand, making it an exceptionally rare find. Oarfish typically inhabit depths ranging from 300 to 1,000 meters, boasting elongated bodies that can extend up to 11 meters in length. The longest one found washed ashore was in California in 1996, measuring 7 meters. These fish exhibit unique characteristics, with their bodies covered in thin, foil-like skin and approximately 400 rays along the dorsal fin. They feature a long red crest on their heads, and their tail fins may be entirely absent. This species was initially discovered in 1772 and remained virtually unknown to people, often being mistaken for sea monsters and referred to as sea snakes. Residents and tourists in Hong Kong were treated to an unusual sight: 2 impressively large rubber ducks that appeared in various photos and videos. These inflatable avian wonders, known as double ducks, have been traveling the world for a decade. They are the brainchild of Dutch artist Florentijn Hofman, known for his imaginative installations. Hofman's idea behind creating these 18-meter-tall toy-like ducks was to bring more smiles to people's faces, as he believed that people don't smile often enough. It appears that his idea has been quite successful. In 2013, Hong Kong was graced by a single yellow duck, and now, a decade later, the return of these double ducks has doubled the happiness of the city's residents. These cheerful ducks have not only delighted Hong Kong, but have also traveled to various countries, including Japan, the USA, Korea, and many others. Florentijn Hofman's creations are infused with a positive vibe, and some of his famous works include a 25-meter-tall parachuting rabbit in Taiwan, which brings joy to both children and adults, and a project called Punching the Coronavirus, featuring giant boxing glove sculptures installed at various locations in the Netherlands. The inflatable ducks are designed to resemble the yellow rubber bath toys many people had during their childhood, evoking nostalgic memories of carefree times.